welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly reading for the sign of Cancer. All right, Cancers, you're up. Oops. And we're going to get right into pulling out your romance angel messages. Then we'll get into your animal cards, animal spirits, and then we'll get into your spread, Cancer, right? This is going to be for January 12th to the 18th. And today is the 11th. I'm going to try to be getting these readings out a little bit earlier than I have been. This end of this last year was really crazy and hectic with all of the different readings that I've put up. Nevertheless, Cancer, we're going to get right into it for you today. Let's give it another shuffle. Now, these are general weekly readings, but I pull romance angel messages just to see what the nature of your intimate or closer relationships will be. So we have this week for you, passion, Cancer. Nice. We have release your ex. And we have attraction. So, interesting. Could indicate possibly a new romantic connection coming in. All right, let's go ahead and pull out your animal spirits. Now, animal spirits can represent stages in your life you're entering into. They can represent energies that are becoming available to you. They can also represent characteristics and personality types of people that you may be dealing with this week. So just take it as it comes, okay? As it applies to you. Straight out, we have the bat. Ooh, very nice. Air energy. Talks about the darkness before the dawn. We have cheetah. Oh, my regulars know how much I love this animal spirit. Strong fire energy. And we have the oyster, the keeper of secrets, right? So let's get right into it, guys. The bat is air elemental. That alchemical symbol at the top of the card is the alchemical symbol for air. Triangle with the line through it. And we have the bat. The bat talks about going through the darkness before the dawn, right? Bats come out at night and they have this, extra sort of sense. I don't even want to say it's sort of an extra sensory perception, but they have this heightened ability to see things in a different way. Bats are almost virtually blind and they hear everything, yet they are able to create a very complete picture. This really talks about looking at the darkness or looking at things that have been hidden away in our lives through a different sort of lens, right? I mean, we automatically talk about looking at it. Obviously, the bats are hearing it, but they're still able to take in a picture of what is around them, right? In a very different way, in a very specific way. And this really talks about getting rid of any of the things that are lurking in that darkness or lurking in the hidden reaches of our minds, right? Because air is associated with the mind. And sort of shining, not even shining a light on it, but seeing it, right? And maybe getting rid of it, right? Clearing it out so that when the dawn comes in, when the next morning comes, it is a really fresh start instead of starting and still having sort of leftover ideas, thoughts, behaviors, etc. that are left over from a period of darkness that we really don't want to hold on to. Talking about really sort of cleansing and clearing energy so that the new beginning that's coming begins with a strong, fresh start. Now, the cheetah is fire element. And we are talking about someone here who is absolutely awe-inspiring to watch. The cheetah is the type of individual. This is very much a sort of personality animal spirit. This is the type of individual that has such purpose in their lives, right? Their purpose drives them. And they're able to accomplish incredible things. Very, very awe-inspiring animal spirit to be around. If you're ever around a cheetah individual, this type of person almost seems to emanate the energy of the sun from within them. It's just the way that they go through life, the way that they the way that they have a purpose to everything that they do in their life. You know, this is somebody who's, we're not talking about idealism. We're just talking about the sense of purpose and the sense of knowing what it is that you are meant to do with your life, and just really going after that, you know, attacking that and achieving it. It's very, very incredible. And certainly somebody who's resonating with this energy is inspiring to everyone else around them. Now, the oyster is elemental of water, and so the oyster is also the keeper of secrets, right? So here we are talking about either someone who is a really strong confidant, someone who keeps your secrets, someone that you can confide in, or it can also you know, if you're resonating with this energy, sometimes it can be holding on to things that really need to come out, right? To secrets and information, what have you, that really needs to come out. This is also the card for hidden treasures, and this can also be an individual who really has a certain special quality about themselves that they really need to sort of foster and encourage to come out, you know, to show it to the world, to use this incredible gift that they have, and not to sort of lock it away, right? To see the full potential of these treasures that are hidden within them. Now, let's get right into it. Cancer, we're going to pull out 4 3-card spreads for you just to see what your week may be like. And again, just take what resonates with you. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Straight out. 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So 7 of Pentacles, some of you are coming into this week with a 7 of Pentacles, really sort of feeling sort of not so much reevaluating, but starting to see the fruits of your labor and not necessarily being happy with them, right? Perhaps some of the rewards that are starting to come in are not living up to your expectations. This can also sometimes be a feeling of failure, a feeling of, you know, having, you know, been hitting just shy of the mark, right? Or just generally being sort of unhappy with the way things have turned out after a lot of work. And it can also indicate a time in your life where you're feeling like, you know what, I need to reevaluate my path. I need to reevaluate where I'm going, you know, what kind of goals I have for my career, my business. Is certainly a Pentacles card, so we are talking about the area of your career or business or abundance. And so you're really coming into the week with a feeling of sort of like, you know, I want to do better. I want to achieve more. I'm not sure if I'm happy with what has come in so far. You're met with the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm going to say for some of you Cancers, Queen of Pentacles is going to be an individual, I think, this week who comes into you who really shows you the way. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she puts her whole heart into all of the things that she does with regard to manifesting her career dreams and her business dreams, right? You can see that she's practically looking at that pentacle as if it was her baby. And she understands the nature of really putting blood, sweat, and tears into anything, right, that she does. And so I think this person is going to come into you this week and really give you an idea of how to move forward, how to sort of get to a point where you are happy with the rewards coming in, where you don't feel so much a failure, rather you feel much more like, look, this is exactly what I wanted to achieve. Now I'm achieving it. I'm hitting the bar. It's going to feel very much like somebody who's been there and understood the nature of manifesting their dreams, their career goals, kind of guiding you, maybe mentoring you, maybe just leading by example. And you round the week off with an Ace of Swords, which is clarity and understanding. As a result of meeting this Queen of Pentacles, there's definitely going to be some solutions that come in, right? And it's going to feel very sort of like a burst of new sort of inspiration and energy that comes in that really helps you see clearer. And it really helps you to sort of solidify where you want to go next with this agenda, rather. 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, Page of Cups. So 3 is the number for bonding and loyalty. 3 of Pentacles, we see somebody who is very much sort of beginning to have some recognition for their work, right? They're beginning to have sort of loyalty in terms of people who, only come to them. If you're in a business, you're beginning to sort of build up a loyal sort of customer base, right? If you're working in a certain career, you're starting to perhaps build a very strong bond amongst your colleagues and peers. You may be working as part of a group or in a project. But in any case, this is a real case of increasing sort of your level of engagement with regard to your career or your business. You do get met with a Four of Cups energy. So Four of Cups is really it's interesting. It almost feels as though like perhaps someone in the area of your business, maybe somebody that you're working with, is offering you a cup, right? Now, this could be somebody who's really offering you some help or assistance, or it could be somebody who's actually like offering you a romantic cup of love, right? This can be friends or lovers, but you're really not there for it. You're refusing to accept it. You're not willing to take the help. And if it is friendship, I'm going to say feels a little bit like perhaps a friend who wants a little bit more with you, right? It feels like somebody who wants to sort of perhaps, exchange a cup of love with you on a deeper level, right? But you're just not there for it. You're not accepting it. You're being very sort of obstinate, and you're kind of saying to them, look, I already have a certain amount of stability in my life. 4 is the number for stability and power. I have this established, and I'm not really sure if accepting your sort of help or your cup of love right now is something that I need or want. You round the week off with a Page of Cups, and it's interesting because it's almost as if this individual kind of sort of says, well, look, I'm not going to stop. They're not afraid. Pages are associated with overcoming fear in that suit. And so they're also associated with earth. So here we have the earthy aspect of water, which is cups. And so this is somebody who's going to be like, perhaps before during the week when they were offering you sort of this connection, right? It was kind of unsubstantial, right? And you're just like, well, what does that mean? And by the end of the week, they were like, okay, I'll show you what it means. They offer you something much more substantial. Maybe that they actually invite you out to dinner. They actually offer you a gift or a token of their love or appreciation. You can see we go from an empty cup here to a cup that has a fish in it, which is the symbol for life, really. It's a universal symbol for life. And so they're offering you a bit more, something more substantial. You sent them away saying, look, I'm not happy with your offer. And certainly they have come back with a little bit more. It's interesting. Very nice. 9 of Wands, a Tower moment, and 4 of Wands. Wow. So some of you are coming into this week and you're still kind of dealing with baggage from the past, right? You're kind of really sort of reevaluating some of the wands that you have accumulated, some of, the alienation that they've caused you. You can see that he's kind of lost in these wands, or it doesn't seem like he's lost, but he's separated from the outside world. He's separated from greener pastures by these wands. And these wands really represent baggage that we've accumulated, right? Certainly when it comes to sort of accumulating hang-ups, baggage, old sort of modes of behavior, ideas about ourselves, right? That we for a long time may have used as a crutch to protect ourselves from perhaps being hurt, or to protect ourselves from a traumatic sort of time in our lives. We realize, you look back and you start to realize, damn, now I'm being alienated. Now I'm really being kept from my better life. And what I used as a crutch before is now becoming really a hindrance to me. And this is the dawning of that understanding with 9 of Wands. You begin to sort of say, look, I need just a little bit more strength to break through these wands, to knock these down, which ultimately will take you to a 10 of Wands, the laying down of that burden. But you're beginning to understand this about yourself, and I think you're beginning to sort of get into that space of release. This week you have a Tower moment. So something immense happens this week that really changes your idea. This feels very much like a letting go of your ex, right? This 9 of Wands could be releasing your ex, in a sense that releasing some of the baggage that you may have accumulated as a result of a past relationship. And so this week, the Tower moment is like the icing on the cake almost, or the final straw rather, right? And it's like, boom, you totally release, and you round off with a 4 of Wands, which is you really invite a strong new love connection to come in for you, right? The Tower moment almost seems as though it has been like a real clearing out of the old. It could be bad energy also coming in for you and really making the way for a Venus and Aries connection, you know, new beauty and love. 4 again being the number for stability. The 1111, which is the 4 of Wands, it's nothing to do with 11. It's just because the wands are mirrored there, they look like two 11s. That's the only reason they call it the 1111 card. Ultimately, it is the basis for a strong soulmate connection because it is one of these type of connections that right away starts off stable. Right away starts off with complete mutual respect and understanding. And this is not, remember, this is not one person wishing to God that their other person is their soulmate. These are two people who are aligned and connected. So please don't be fooled into thinking that the 1111 is about you pining away for someone else, right? Or someone pining away for you. 1111 is when we come together in a union and both people are just as emotionally available. Both people have just the same focus and intention of being together. This is not sort of about a one-sided, you know, desire for a love connection with somebody who is unemotional, who is unavailable, who has maybe ghosted you, or who has kept their feelings from you for years and years and years. That is not what 1111 is about. And so this is a really nice, strong, you know, I want to say stable, new a connection coming in for you, right? And certainly has all the like potential for being a strong twin flame journey for you. 6 of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Queen of Wands. This is the last spread. 6 is the number for harmony and balance in a lot of ways. Certainly for a journey towards harmony, which comes in stages. But in all things, we seek to have harmony, and certainly in the world of finances and abundance, our career, our sort of our status, right? Our financial status and power base, all of that, we seek to have a harmony there too. And so with 6 of Pentacles, this is generally somebody who does a lot of charitable work, somebody who gives of everything that they have accumulated, somebody who's constantly measuring or weighing out for themselves the balance of what they have and how much they want to give, right? And having that very good harmonious balance. We don't want to give so much that we ourselves become sort of poor and destitute and unable to thrive. Yet at the same time, we don't want to hold on to so much that we are unable to understand the nature of giving, right? And so right now, this is something that you're dealing with this week. It could be that you are working on sort of charitable events. It could be that you're helping someone. And I'm going to say helping someone financially in some way or helping them out of a difficult situation is probably what this is going to be more about, because you do get met with devil energy. And the devil right here talks about sort of, you know, codependency, dysfunction, you know, toxic energy, being a slave to sort of your instinct, the need for instant gratification. Now this generally comes, this is not the only side to the devil. The devil has a very exalted side. The devil card rather has a very exalted, highly powerful, positive side, which is all about creativity, right? When our creative energy is sort of connected to a higher purpose, then we can create beautiful works of art, symphonies. Ultimately, we can create babies, right? The most wonderful thing in the world is to create life. But the flip side to that, the negative side of that, when our creative energy is being stifled or blocked or cut off in some way, right? Or sort of smothered in some way, we do tend towards sort of instant gratification, right? Addiction, right? Dysfunction. And so it's interesting that this energy here, someone you're helping, that you're wanting to, you know, support perhaps financially, is posing this issue for you, right? It could be that the situation that they've gotten themselves into is a trigger for you. It could be something that sort of pulls at your own sort of perhaps addictive tendencies, right? Or codependent tendencies. And there's a danger of this coming in. You round the week off with the Queen of Wands, and this feels to me like somebody, again, another queen who's going to be coming into your life and maybe counseling you, giving you some really wise words, some information, because the Queen of Wands is a teacher in a lot of ways. Very different to the High Priestess, but she is a teacher in life and understanding experiences, and she has wisdom to impart. She does not give it lightly. She does not give her wisdom to everyone. She gives it to those that she deems are sort of able to absorb it and able to take that wisdom in, able to take those lessons in. And so she's very careful of who she gives her energy to. Nevertheless, she comes in for you this week, Cancer, and I think she's going to be counseling you on this issue, or certainly opening your eyes to the fact that this person that you may be trying to help or support poses a little bit of a, I don't want to say a threat, but they put you in a very sticky situation where you are sort of, you may be open, right? Or you may be opening yourself up to a can of worms here, right? You may be opening yourself up to sort of negative behaviors that you would not otherwise be opened up to were it not for you helping this person. And I don't think she's going to advise you to stop helping them, but whatever it is, she has a lot of wisdom because she's been through a lot, and she certainly will show you the way to sort of move forward with this scenario without necessarily succumbing to all of the negativity that the devil energy can bring to your life. All right, Cancer, this is your reading, January 12th to the 18th. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get a private reading, go ahead and follow that link at the top of your screen. If you just want to get like a 10-minute recorded answer to one of your questions, then you want to book a tarot answers. This is a really good sort of service I provide, which is the same day turnaround. You book that, you present your question and some background, and then with about 4 to 6 hours, you'll get a 10-minute recorded answer video back to your question. It is a tarot reading. It's also a good way to check out if you actually want to go deeper into a full private reading. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check out your other videos that are linked in the description. But for right now, Cancer, have a wonderful week, and I shall see you next week for the weeklies. Bye-bye now.